All right, I am here. What is up? JT is in the house, the first man on board. What up, JT?
Yay!
Okay, so we're going to do a quick market report and look at this red action. And I'm going to tell you about a swing trade that I'm initiating because I just got a bag of something and it's going to be a good bag.
Yay!
And I'm telling you what, it's going to be a 10x play.
Woo!
Okay, 10x play. So that's coming. So we're going to start out, look at Bitcoin, and then look at the memes and look at some other plays. Yesterday we had the update on Caspa. Today we'll focus on Bitcoin and talk about how far this market could dip. If my audio is coming through clear, please type in the chat, rock that thang, and that is spelled T-H-A-N-G. Type that in the chat, and I will go ahead and get started and break down the Bitcoin action as soon as we confirm. So I think that this is an opportunity to buy. I look at the Bitcoin slide as an excellent opportunity to buy. That's what we want in this market. This is the best time to be in crypto. And when we see red in the charts, this is the best opportunity to be able to buy and get those 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x gains. Thank you. JT says, rock that thing.
Yay!
So we're going to rock that thing. All right. Now, let's jump to the trading view chart. So let's see here. Here we are. Flip on over. And here we have the current trading view chart. So let's see if we can make some sense of this starting out on the 1 day. All right. Now, we are floating high above our red dashed line. And the red dashed line is now officially at 52K. All right. I was thinking that it was a foregone conclusion that we would hit 52K, but after the recent surge, I started thinking that we may not see that happen. However, once we look at the 1 week chart, we'll be able to evaluate whether or not it is still possible that we could hit 52K. That is important because I believe that 52K will be the bottom of this current bearish trading channel. So it's not the market cycle bottom, but it is the bearish trading channel bottom. The reason that is so important is because it gives you maximum leverage on your buying opportunities. And I'm going to make a point and show you the rule that you must follow before you ever buy anything during a bull market. And when you see this trifecta of indications, okay, that I'm going to show you, you're going to know that you're getting it at the best possible price. You might not nail the absolute bottom, but you're going to have a lot better of a chance at getting something at the dirt dog cheap price to maximize your leverage. Okay, so we're going to look at that trifecta, and I'll show you an example because I used this rule to pick up this big bag of a certain meme coin. All right, well, right now the stochastic has fallen off sharply. It is approaching the oversold zone. We want it down here before we really think it's time to buy. Downstairs on the MACD oscillators, we see a crossover. See this right there? That, my friends, is what we want. This is a bearish cross. That's where the blue line crosses over the orange line. And we're also printing solid red bars on the histogram. Okay, so we see an overall trend from this top where we were topped out on this oscillator set with the MACD. It comes all the way down while we're sidebanding. It bumps up again for the next surge. It comes all the way down. It bumps up a third time for this surge, and now it's going to come down again. We need this to cycle all the way down, and I think this is possibly going to be the last dip, the deep dip, okay, Now, sometimes we have red October, sometimes bloody September, so it's not guaranteed, but we can probably say it's pretty safe to start buying once BTC gets to the bottom of this little cycle down, because it's just side banding. Look at the action up here, guys. All we're doing is bouncing up and down within this consolidation zone, okay? So if we just make a big rectangle like this, Bitcoin is just bouncing around in that rectangle. It's consolidating, and that's a good thing because it lets you know that it's gearing up for a major breakout, a major move up. So the one-day chart says we're going to come down. It might be the last one at this low price of, say, if it jumps down to 57 is what I'm thinking is going to happen, because we're headed towards the 200 EMA line. On the last video, I said if BTC violates the 50 EMA line, then chances are we're going to go towards the 200. Well, we can see it tried to hang on, it tried to wick up, and then it failed the 50 EMA line. That means that we're going to head towards the blue, the 200 EMA, and there's a big volume node sticking out at 57K. If we fail the 200 EMA line, we will be headed towards the red dashed line. And that, my friends, comes with a price tag of 52K. The one that I thought several months ago that was a foregone conclusion, but then Bitcoin gained its strength and it decided to jump back up again. Now let's work our way backwards. Let's look at the 4-hour chart. All right, we have 9 concurrent viewers. Please hit the like button. Yay! So other people will be notified that I'm on, because there are other folks that want to hear this clear and simple demonstration, very clear and simple, and I need you to check in and tell me who the heck you are. If you're in the house, don't be a freeloader. Check in and say, "What up, Crypto Pro?" and let me know who is in the house. Now, my man JT, that's my dog. He's like my son, man. I practically adopted JT. That's my boy right there. He is in the house, and we've been rocking the crypto for years. And he is a brilliant young man who is going to be a CPA. And if you have questions about taxes, I'm telling you what, this is a guy who's going to be able to handle crypto taxes. So you want to reach out to JT or me, and I might be able to hook you up, because he is a guy you are going to be able to hire. All right, enough of that commercial. Back to the 4-hour chart. What are we looking like? Well, look at this. The stochastic is fooling around in the oversold zone. But what do you see? A crossover of the oscillators. The blue line has just crossed over the orange line. That says that we still have bearish action, and we could be headed for this volume node at 57K. There it is, sticking out right there, which matches what we just talked about on the one-day chart. I think momentum is still going to go down because of the oscillator set on the MACD. The blue line is clearly below the orange line, and notice it's not trying to work its way back to the orange line. They're both running in parallel. They're both doing this. You see that? That means that momentum is going downward. We are continuing to have this price slide according to the lagging MACD oscillator. Now, if we go backwards to the 1-hour chart, where are we? And there's a line that I left on the last one showing that we were about to go into the oversold zone. We're there now. So when we look at this situation here, it looks like the blue line's wanting to curl up and cross over the red line or orange line. But we don't know with a full cycle up on the 1 hour if it's going to return much of a price. What could happen is this cycles all the way up. Okay, let's just draw a line. If this cycles all the way up and then does this again, price might come up and touch that 50 EMA on the 1 hour chart and continue to go down. So look for a little bit of a jump up. In fact, we already have that little green candle, but it's a hammer, okay, which says it's very weak. So according to the 1 hour, we're still bearish, but we might jump back up to this 64K node before continuing the slide down. Now let's flip it back to the 1-day chart and check to see who else is in the house. We have No Rock 17. What's up?
Yay!
I am doing very well. Thank you. And I'm glad that you are finding this analysis to be helpful. Glad to have you in the house today. Thank you for checking in. Please hit that like button. And we will continue on. So that is what is happening with BTC. I've shown you what we can expect. And just to repeat it, I think we're going to be headed down to this 200 EMA line. And if we fail that line, it's not going to be looking good. If we bounce off the line, we could come back up to the volume node at 63. However, if we fail that line, we could be jumping down to the 57K node. If we fail the 57K node, then it's down to the red dash line. Yeah, I want to see the red dash line. I want to know your opinion. Would you like to see Bitcoin jump down to the red dash line where you can have many more buying opportunities, or do you just want it to move up? Post in the comments right now and type red dash line if you want some more awesome buying opportunities. Because if we hit that red dash line, we are going to be rewarded with bargain basement prices on alts and on memes. And the memes represent your method of getting little 2x, 5x, 10x gains in short periods of time. And then you also have a chance of 10x, 20x, 50x, 100x gains if you're hanging on to the peak of the bull market, which could happen next year in Q1, Q2, or Q3. All right, let's look at some of these alts. Of course, yesterday we looked at Caspa, but quickly looking at Ethereum, it's looking bearish. It's about to fail its 200 EMA. Let's look at Solana. Solana's coming down towards this blue line. I think it's going to settle in at this price node of 141. And then we'll find out if it fails its 200 EMA line and comes down into my strike zone box here that happens to be in the range of $98 to $117, 118. I think if Solana can dip down to $98, I'm buying. DCA game starts. The lowest volume node is 57. I don't think we'll see that, but Solana is an easy one. It's an easy 10x from $98. Market cycle peak, it's going to hit at least $1,000. There are safe ways that you can make money in crypto if you don't want to be a degen like me and gamble on memes and microcaps where you can lose all of your money. So Solana is a safe play. And even though a lot of people make fun of those who trade on Coinbase, Coinbase is safe. You're not going to get hacked. You can print out a report to help you with your taxes. So if you want an easy 5x to 10x, flip these big projects on Coinbase that are safe. Moving right along. Litecoin at 67, it's moving down. It's also looking bearish. We could be headed towards the purple dash line at 50. And then if not, we could fall down to its red dash line at 42. Litecoin is another easy one. I'm thinking you could get a 5x. If it corrects to 50, 250 is probably a safe bet. Now, of course, that's not financial advice because anything I say could cause you to lose your butt. You could end up broken, homeless, eating out of a trash bag in someone's alley. It can happen, so keep that in mind. Chainlink, another juicy, easy play, looking bearish, and look where we have touched down on this descending golden line that I've made. And if it fails that golden line, we're going to get some bargain basement prices on Chainlink where it's probably going to jump down to $10 or less. Chainlink is an easy 10x from $10. Okay, that's a foregone conclusion. It's easy. You're probably going to be safe. It's a US approved asset that is on Coinbase. Now, we already talked about Caspa. It's corrected down to 19.6 cents. Caspa is going to consolidate and probably go on a rip. I didn't expect for it to come all the way back down to that ascending blue line, but it's at the top of this trading channel. See this blue line and this blue line? It's going to touch down on this line and probably continue to move up. A lot of us have been sitting on Caspa for a long time. It's not the best time to be buying it right now, but it is a pretty safe bet, although you cannot get it on Coinbase. All right, JT says red dash line. Yay! Because he knows that this represents the best opportunity for us to get stuff on the cheap and make maximum cash. Okay, so moving right along, Taraxa. This is one that you're not going to be able to get on Coinbase, but I've got a bag. I've got 10,000 Taraxa. It is like the ETH to Bitcoin. It's the ETH of Caspa. I like Taraxa. I might pick up some more if it fails this volume node right here, which I don't think it will because it looks like it's about to cross back over and come back up. But I might add a couple thousand Taraxa. Just be careful. You have to pay ETH gas fees for it, and you've got to find an exchange or a DEX because you're not going to get it on a US approved exchange. Some easy ones, Filecoin at $3.98, looking like it's going to this lower strike zone box of mine that bottoms out at $2.91. It's an easy 10x. Filecoin has a great use case. Look it up and do your due diligence. KRL, Krill, coming down to its red dash line. I've got a bag. Krill, I think, is an easy 10x, and it is a good project. A couple more. Toncoin is on a very bullish romp. I don't think it's coming back down. I don't own Toncoin, but that is the token for Telegram. Let's see. KDA at 48 cents and getting worse. KDA, what are you doing? Flux is looking like it's going to be dipping down to its red dash line. It's hard to buy KDA and Flux. They are not on US approved exchanges, but I have a bag of KDA. I sold off all of my Flux. Last one, then we'll move on to microcaps. OMI is looking nasty. I'm disgusted. I will have to do a video on this separately when I report on the VV NFTs. I don't know what to say about OMI. I'm just disgusted. I'm so underwater on this. I bought in at 0.0027. I never thought that I would lose my buns on my OMI bag, but it's nasty. Okay, well, hang on, one more. Matic is about to touch down on the red dash line. I think that this would be an excellent buying opportunity at 43 cents. And again, it's a foregone conclusion. Matic is going to 10 to 20x from the bottom, and you can purchase this on Coinbase. All right, let's move on to some micro caps. The first one is my dark horse long shot play, POLX. I have been swing trading this one for a long time. It's looking like it's going to go lower. The stochastic has crossed over bearish. The MACD oscillators are leveling out, and I expect for this to drop down probably to point several zeros and 1, 2. Once it does that, I'm going to get another 10 million and just ride that for a quick 2x. It's going to be an easy shot to 24. It likes to pop up and pop down. This is an index. It's like an indexing project, right? Where you can get $5 of several different tokens and buy them as a bundle. It's a neat project, but we don't know if it's going to survive. Okay. The next one on the microcaps is a good one. It is Swiftcoin. Swiftcoin has failed my strike zone box, the second zone of support and resistance, where it had a support at 0.004. It has failed that. It might not go much lower. I think at the lowest, maybe 0.003. I've already got 100,000. This is an easy one. It's available on Coinbase, which is a shock because The Swift app is not approved to operate in the US, but this is going to have at least a 10x run, probably more. I have swing traded this one for a long time, so check out Swift Coin on Coinbase. Do your own due diligence. Blast. That's looking very ugly on the one-day chart. We don't need to talk much about it, but it could be one that could give you a 50x to 100x return. It's an interesting project. Go check out the website and see for yourself. Let's see if there's anything else on these microcaps. I'll tell you what, let's just move on from the microcaps after this one. POLC, okay, this is, I believe, Polka City is in my strike zone box at 0.008. And this one has good tokenomics. And I think that it is one that you could get a 50x on. I'm going to check on CoinGecko and show you. Let me show you something. POLC, and that is Polka City. Let's look at the tokenomics. We only have a total supply of 680 million, so this is pretty nice. And look at the trading volume, 2.3 million, all right? It's an interesting project, polkacity.io. Check it out for yourself. Looking at the exchanges, it's on my former favorite MEXC exchange, which just got to the point where, because of the harassment by Gary the Gremlin Gensler, he has chased MEXC out of the US, and we can't even access it with a VPN because now they are requiring KYC. All right, but it's also on the KuCoin exchange. Back to the chart. So that's enough about microcaps. Let's see. We're going to go on to memes. What in the world is going on? Why did that just switch? Let me know if you don't see the charts. If you're not seeing what I'm talking about, sometimes this crazy OBS software will change my view without telling me. Now we're going to go to the memes. Here we go with the memes. Myro is on the top, and on the one-day chart for Myro, I told you guys, oh, it's looking bearish, that it could be sailing down here to the third support and resistance zone in my strike zone box that has a price tag of 7 cents up to just under 10 cents. If it gets down to that point, I'm going to go ahead and buy a bag because it's a pretty safe 10x. A pretty safe 10x. You're going to have to trade that on say a Telegram bot. You can also trade Myro using Polygon. And let me tell you something, guys. This is a quick commercial for the Tangem app and hardware wallet. You need one of these. This represents the only way you can safely trade without getting hacked. I've been hacked numerous times using hot wallets. I finally discovered the fact that I can connect my other hardware wallet, which is my Ledger Nano X right there. I can connect this to MetaMask, and that means that nobody can hack me because my hardware wallet has to sign the transactions, and that is a great thing. So I am now able to flip and trade using the Tangem app and also my hardware wallet, the Ledger Nano X, and nobody can steal my tokens and coins. Otherwise, I do use the Telegram trading bot. I need to send the tokens off after I buy them and store them in the ledger. But since I'm not sharing the secret phrase, the passkey, or anything anywhere, there's no chance that someone can hack me on the Telegram bot. The way that I got hacked last on MetaMask is because I was going on vacation and I needed to send my secret phrase to myself so I could pull it up on the laptop and add that same MetaMask wallet on the laptop so I could trade while I was on vacation. Well, there must have been a keylogger or something on my computer because somebody intercepted that information when I was texting it to myself, and I got drained for $317. And so that was a lesson learned, and that's where I finally got out my Ledger hardware wallet and figured it out. How to connect it to MetaMask. It's easy to do. If anyone wants to learn that, or if you buy a Tangent or a Ledger, you can hire me as a consultant and I will be able to walk you through that process. That will cost you somewhere around $200 per half an hour for a consultation, which is dirt cheap because there's people charging $1,000 to $5,000 and more just for half-hour consultations to walk you through setting up hardware wallets. All right, so that's Myro. Now, let's keep it moving. Muhammad, if you rewind, you're going to see I spoke about Caspa already. It's doing fine. It's corrected to the top of the ascending trading channel. It'll be just fine. There's no reason to worry about that. So, Resonant Vibration says Myro is almost at 10 cents. You are correct. I'm looking for 10 cents before I start to decide on whether or not I get it. Now, the condition for safely buying something at the best possible buying point is the trifecta of the stochastic. That is the rule I go by before I buy anything. So let's look at Myro and see if it fits the rule. We've got to be oversold on the 1 hour, the 4 hour, and the 1 day, a trifecta, to know that we're at a healthy bottom. So we're in the oversold zone here, but it looks like it's just dipping down. We don't have a curl up yet. So I'm betting you we're not going to get a trifecta on this. Let's look at the 4 hour. On the 4 hour, it is bearish. It is in the oversold zone, but it looks like it's crossed over and it's going to go down further. That tells me that we're going to be looking at 9 cents. Let's look at the 1 hour. The 1 hour is actually barely in the oversold zone, but not enough. So technically, this is a trifecta. You could start DCAing on Myro now, but it's going to continue to go lower. So I'm going to be greedy and say, I'm going to wait for this to get all the way down here and oversold. I'm going to wait for the 4 hour to bottom out and cross over. And then I'm going to wait for the 1 day to curl up. I need it to do this, okay, before I buy it. And then I might consider it. But there are some other more juicy plays for me, other than Myro, that I've got my eyes on. Let me show you what they are. Win. This is INETA, Win, Max, whatever you call it. Oops. So on the 1 day chart with Win, it is looking bearish. It has already failed this blue line here at a price tag of 0.0027. I'm thinking that there's a chance we could come all the way down into reverse price discovery and hit, say, 0.002 or lower with Win. Once it does that, it's going to be a win. Let's see what the stochastic is doing on the 4 hour and the 1 hour. Okay, on the 4 hour, we're pointing upward, but it looks like it's going to cross over and continue down. Tells me it's not time to buy yet. On the 1 hour, it looks like a positive crossover is about to happen, so it might move up a little bit. So I'm going to keep my eye on it. I think that it is safe to say that if you wanted to DCA and start to accumulate Win right now, it might be a good play. Now I'm going to take you to the one that I am about to swing trade, which I have already been swing trading and making money. And it's a long shot, dark horse, micro cap, Solana meme coin called Rocky. Here is the Rocky chart, and it is looking bearish right now where it's dipping. It's at 0.000888 and change. I got the first bag of my DCAing at 0.0001. All right. And I'm going to get the second bag if we fail this bottom support and resistance zone. It did dip down as low as 0.000, I think 8 before, so it's close to the all-time low. Now, the 4 hour is looking bearish, okay? And the 1 hour is looking like it's going to curl up and start to possibly push back up. So I might go ahead and grab another 50,000 or so. All you got to do is buy you some Solana on Coinbase and send it to your Telegram wallet and use the Telegram bot. Let me jump over here and look. Bulk bot. You've also got, let's see, what's the other one? There's a few bots on here that you can use. I forgot the name of the other one. But at any rate, These Telegram bots are very good for trading these memes that are not available on other exchanges. Julian Medina, Funky Cold Medina, is in the house. What is up, my man? It is so good to see you too. Everybody give Julian Funky Cold Medina a round of applause. Welcome back. I am back, and I'll be keeping you updated on these juicy plays that are happening. So on Rocky has an interesting chart. Let's look at the 1 week chart for Rocky, and I'm going to show you what I've done in the past. We can see that the all-time high, oh my God, look at this. I got to scrunch it way down just to see it. The all-time high is 2.4 cents. I first bought it down here at about maybe 0.002. I sold somewhere here. I bought again here. I sold again there. And now I'm buying yet again. Now, I think that the all-time high, or at least 2 cents, is possible with Rocky at the peak of the market, but I'm going to be swing trading it all along. So if you bought right now like I did, and you held on, let's say just a half a cent, guys, look at that. That's a 470% gain. So that's a 4.7x. And of course, if we take it all the way up to a cent, you're looking at a 10x. A 10x to 1 cent. So 1 cent is possible because at this last peak, it ran to nearly 1 cent. So I'm thinking that it's very possible for this thing to do this. Now, I'm thinking the action could look something like this, okay? That's what we're looking at with Rocky. But I'm going to swing trade Rocky. I'll be in and out of Rocky on, say, every few weeks. I'll be coming in and out of it as it moves up. Okay, let's look at some other memes. Now, me and JT, we love the memes and we're rocking them. I've got a whole list of memes. I tell you what, guys, there's a ton of different memes. I have to keep everything on a spreadsheet just to keep track of it. I've got them all. I was considering selling all of my due diligence, but I don't know if I'm going to do that. I might just stick to do personal consulting with people to share ideas of projects to buy. Yes, Julian, I will stick around. I'll be here for all the longs. I'm here, man. Ain't going nowhere. I've been very busy lately running all my businesses and building another channel, but I am here. I will be here for the bull run. Yay! All right, no doubt about that. Okay, so moving right along. Boom. This is a good one. It's fooling around, consolidating. This is one that has a ton of volume. Okay, it's a Solana meme, I think. I can't remember. It might be Ethereum. I don't like doing the ERC20 memes unless they're available on Polygon. Okay, where you can flip and trade them using MetaMask on the Polygon network. And I do have one that is a good one that I'm going to show you next after we talk about Analos, backwards Solana, which is in reverse price discovery. I do own a bag, 100,000. It's dirt cheap. And you can trade this one on the Solana network using your Tangem hardware wallet. That's right. You can swap right there on the Tangem app. Very easy to do. If you don't have a Tangem app, that's the first thing you need to do right now. And please use my link, my code. You'll be helping to support the channel. I'll get like a $5 bonus for leading you to purchasing a Tangem app and card. I get the 2 card set. You can get the 3 card set if you want, but that will keep you safe. Turbo. This is an ERC20, and I don't like ERC20s because I hate Ethereum gas fees, but you can trade this on MetaMask and use your ledger. So I've got a MetaMask wallet set up over here connected to my Ledger Nano X. Okay, so I am able to trade using the Base mainnet, which Base, I'm going to talk about a Base token that you need to get. And then I'm going to click down here and there's our Polygon network. Here's actually on Polygon with Turbo, I'm doing a test because the price doesn't report correctly for Turbo when you're using the Matic network. However, I do have a bag of Turbo held on my Tangem and it's under the Ethereum network and it reports the proper price. So the jury is still out on whether or not I'm going to be swing trading Turbo because I don't want to pay gas fees. Another one I'm trying to figure out is the BNB chain. And the problem is I've got this GMM token. Look it up. It's hard to buy and sell BNB. You got to buy it on non-approved exchanges. You got to do weird things in order to have a little BNB to pay for your trades using the Binance Smart Chain. All right, so more of that later. Let's go on to another one that is Grok. I can't remember. I think Grok is on the Polygon network. Let me check my old MetaMask. I don't use this one anymore because this is the one that got hacked, but we can just check out what's here. So this is the Polygon network. Let's scroll on down and see if we find it. There's POLX, which is on Polygon. There's Block, there's Bonk. Let's import and see if Grok is on here, and it is not. Doggone it. Okay, well, let's look over here and check out where we can get Grok on an exchange. On CoinGecko, looking at Grok. Total supply is only 6.5 billion. It's not bad. Lots of trading volume, 8 million. That means it has liquidity, which tells me you can get in and you can get out. All right, so it's only on Ethereum. That kind of sucks, so you're going to have to pay gas fees. But you can swing trade it. This is a big tip, guys. Big tip. Bitmart. They have not shut down Bitmart yet. You can do it with no KYC. You can sign up for Bitmart on your smartphone and not even have to use a VPN. If you do it on the desktop, you have to use a VPN. There's another one. Hot tip, guys. L-Bank. It's another one that does not require KYC. You can download it on your phone and not use a VPN. You can also use it on the internet on your computer, but use it behind a VPN. So those are two sites that you can get Grok. Now, if you want to send it to your hardware wallet, that's a whole nother thing. You're going to have to pay ETH gas fees, which sucks. But if Grok comes back down to 0.002, down here to this lowest level support and resistance zone, I'll probably buy it. I was swing trading it on MEXC back in the days before they ran us off of the exchange. Can't do that anymore. Uh-oh. Why does this thing keep switching out on me? Okay, there we go. I'm back on I think it's whenever I type, this crazy thing likes to switch me out and change my view. All right, so in the comments, Julian Funky Cold Medina says a lot of coins are now breaking all-time lows. Pretty harsh, but that's awesome. We like that. Yay! We want them to come down so we can make maximum gains. Yes, sir. So you're still using MEXC in Belgium. You're lucky and have not asked for KYC. Yeah, you can do that. You're lucky, man, because if you're in the U.S., okay, they're going to force you to use KYC. So somehow they have figured out that I'm in the U.S. and I can't use it behind a VPN. It's not even an option. All right, let's look at a few more memes and then we're going to be done for the day. We got Bonk. It's about to come back to 3 zones of support and resistance that I have my eyes on. And if Bonk can do that, I think that we've got ourselves a winner. And as I mentioned before, Bonk is available on Matic, on Polygon. All right, so there's Bonk right there. And I will be using the Matic chain with my MetaMask connected to my Ledger wallet. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Bonk is also on the Tangem wallet app. And I'm going to log in and tell you right now if Bonk is on here. Now, Myro is on the Tangem app. You can swing trade Myro on the Solana network, okay? Rocky is available on Tangem, but you can't trade it. But you can store your Rocky there and then send it back to, say, BonkBot in order to unload. So Bonk is available. Bonk is here, and you can swap Bonk on the Tangem, all right, with the Solana network. So you're not going to be paying the ridiculous fees. Now, let's see. What else do we have here? Brett. Brett is on the base chain and it's looking juicy.
Yay!
All right, so sound the alarm. Brett is something that can make you a lot of money because it's the first meme coin on the base network and it is bleeding right now. Okay, let's see. I'm going to be looking to jump into Brett. I told you before on a previous video that I needed a certain price for Brett before I would buy, and that price begins at 10 cents. If it fails this resistance support zone right here, this second strike zone box, we go into the third zone and it goes all the way down to 6 cents. I'll definitely be buying Brett if it can get down there, depending on what it's looking like with the stochastic. So right now, it is not an oversold, but it's bleeding out. The blue line is falling steep down below the orange line. It's headed towards oversold, so I have to wait. On the 4 hour, it's running off the chart there. It tried to flip up and now it's flipped again. Bearish crossover. On the 1 hour, it's flipped up, but this is probably going to break down and stay down. On the 1 week chart, we don't even have a stochastic or MACD, not enough data, but we can see here, just from looking at the price, we're probably going to jump back down into this third box. I think it's going to fail this 10 cents level, and if and when it does, I'm going to jump on. I think that the rock bottom support will be 6.6 cents. If we get 52K on Bitcoin, we could jump back down to, say, the 5 cents level. I definitely will be jumping in on Brett at that point, and you can trade Brett using the base chain, and I believe it is available on the Tangem app, and also it is available on the Ledger Nano X hardware wallet. So I've got my ETH, base chain ETH, already loaded up here so I can play. It does cost you gas fees to get your ETH to the base chain, but once it's there, your trades are only a few cents each, okay? So that's looking pretty good. Let's check out where can you buy Brett. So, Julian, you're going to want to get a Tangem app or get your Ledger Nano X, get on base chain, all right? Once you're on base chain, you could do it through the Coinbase wallet if you want. I suggest using Tangem or add base chain to MetaMask and connect it to a hardware wallet. Then you're going to send your ETH over to base chain. After that, it's time to play. You can swing trade it and do whatever you want for minimum fees. That's what you can do. Now, last but not least, the next time I go live, we're going to take a deep dive into Solana memes. Solely Solana memes. Me and JT talk a lot about Solana memes, and we're going to look at this list right here very quickly. Let me name them for you, the ones that are in my sites that I want to swing trade using the Solana network, but it's not easy. You can't use your Ledger Nano X and connect to MetaMask because there is no Solana network for MetaMask. You can only do this on Tangem, but a lot of these projects you cannot swing trade on the Tangem. There's only a few, like Myro. However, there is another solution. And that solution, my friends, is using BonkBot on Telegram. I am getting good at using it, okay? You can purchase your Solana on Coinbase or anywhere else and send it to your Tangem, or I'm sorry, your Telegram wallet. Then, using text commands, you can trade all you want on the BonkBot. So looking at all these coins, I've got Pup, Jeet, Egg, Print, Rocky. There is Rocky. Then we've got Never Saw. We have Honk, Win. There's Anita Max Win. We have Solfin. Solfin is one that is just, it's dying out. And some of these, if the volume comes back, you're looking at massive gains. Look at this sucker here and how high up it was. Let's just look at the percent gain. You could be talking about 56x if volume ever comes back to Solfin. All right. Right now, it only has $17,000 of liquidity. That ain't good with a $64 24-hour volume. So it's dead, but it only has a total supply of 1 billion. So if volume comes back, it's going to be time to play it. Then you've got Bonk. Bonk is right here. Then we have Myro. We have Silly. Silly is a pretty good one because we have liquidity. Look at this, 662,000. 24-hour volume is kind of low, 132,000. But with only a total supply of 1 billion, and a lot of it's getting a lot of good attention, all right? And a previous all-time high of like 16 cents. Current price is a penny. Silly could be one that you could make an easy 10x gain on. And we have Baby Sol, one that I was looking at before that does not have a liquidity and not a lot of volume, but you can see it got pumped up to 25 cents. And now the current price is at a paltry 0.004 of a cent. Rod AI was another fun one that I was swing trading before I got hacked. Not a lot of liquidity, not a lot of volume. If the volume comes back, that's going to be an easy one to trade. Duco, I love Duco. Look at the price of Duco, 0.002. Look at the all-time high. It's up there at 0.008, I think. So I have done a lot of swing trading on Duco before I got hacked. I lost it all, but it is one that's got nearly $1 million of liquidity. 24-hour volume, 848,000. Market cap, 23.6 million. That is pretty good. Total supply is 10 billion, but it has one thing that I like, and that is volatility. Yay! You got to have volatility to swing trade to make gains. Solordi is the next one. It is sitting at a paltry price of 0.0014. Liquidity is kind of there, 315,000. A little bit of volume, 44,000. Total supply is 1 billion. Market cap is 1 million, 1.4 million. So Solordi, I've got some Solordi, and I think this one could give you some serious swing trade potential. If we look at current price to gain, let's see, we could be talking 600%. So like a 6X, that's one you can swing trade. It's got good volatility. Moving right along. The next one we have Bohm. Of course, we all know about Bohm. 53 million liquidity, which is excellent. It only has, it has a big supply, 68 billion, but the market cap is 635 million. Book of memes. It gets a lot of attention. The liquidity is there. So if you want to swing trade, it doesn't have a lot of volatility in price, but you can get in and get out. Poo coin, not a lot of liquidity, a little bit of volume on the daily. Market cap is only 100,000, but there's some Poo fans out there. If Poo can get its act together and at least come back to the all-time high, you're looking at a 100x gain. So Poo is on the radar for the 100x list. There's your Analos. Analos has got a little bit of volume, a little bit of liquidity, not too bad. Moving right along. What else do we have here? We were at, where did I go? I lost my place. There's Analos. Then we've got Bork. Bork has a little liquidity, not much volume for Bork. Let me double check and make sure you guys are seeing the right view. Yes, you are. Oh, Julian, you have Tangent. Dude, you're golden. You are golden. Yay! We can do a lot of stuff, and I can do a whole video just talking about Tangent trades. Okay, back to the list. So Bork, we'll see. 915, what's the total supply? 10 billion. Not as great. Now, Samoya Decoin, sitting at a price of 0.008. It's got liquidity, half a million. It's got a big market cap, 30 million. We're only talking 5.7 billion total supply. It's got a little volatility. I think this one could be one for swing trading. It is actually at the bottom of my strike zone box, and it could have an intermediate pop of 186%, maybe a 2x. Nothing to write home about and get overly excited, but the potential is there. What is this thing doing? I want to get to the bottom of the list. I guess I'm already at the bottom of the list. Let's see. So Monkey Cat is the last one. Monkey Cat has not a lot of liquidity, not a lot of volume, and it is a 1 billion supply token. So anyway, that is the report on the Solana coins. And as you can see, they're all in the red. This is the buying time. This is the time, guys. All right. So while we are in the midst of this Bitcoin dip, and we have gone down since the beginning of the video, now we're at 62,947, still looking bearish. This is our opportunity.
Yay!
Okay. So at any rate, that is basically all I've got for this one, guys. Stay tuned, and I will be coming back at you very soon. I'm going to keep you posted, and I'm going to let you know what is going on in the market and when the right time to buy could be upon us. So until then, hang in there, because we're going to be in it to win it. This is Carlton, and I am out.